Alright, welcome to turn 25 of Late Age Midgard. I anticipate the pain! Yeah, okay, let's watch. Messengers arrive from Man. Global message to everyone. Attention, races of Endworld. The Wardens of Avalon pledge our sword to Pythium as rightful holders of the throne of the Pantocrator. We will consider it a declaration of war from any faction that would attack the throne province. The bandit elves of Midgard have disparaged our good name with untrue accusations about arcane arrows and have stabbed us in the back with vile attacks. For the coming 6 months, a bounty of 10 gold coins will be paid for the heads of Van leaders or Vanhurst leaders whose execution is witnessed by our extensive spy network. Happy hunting, the Wardens of Avalon. Remember, a good elf is a silent elf. The best way of silencing an elf is by removing its head. Alright, messengers arrive from Ulm. Greetings, neighbors. Based on current events, it is clear you are working in conjunction against the interests of Ulm. This is fine. Know that as you receive this message that the forces sieging Logger's camp have either been utterly destroyed or have cowardly fled. Nor do we fear Midgard's army that no doubt will be in our lands also with the receipt of this message. We will gladly destroy Midgard's army for the second time. There are no thrones in our lands. It is only destruction of your armies that is certain. Know this, be the first to declare neutrality with Ulm, and the others will be utterly destroyed by our armies. There is now only blood in the lands of Ulm. It flows freely now. It makes us manifest. You will receive no further communication from us. To Mikland and Midgard. Let's see. Okay. So I guess things didn't go so well for Mikland. A messenger has arrived from Mikland. We have seen the first of them, the vampiric thralls from Ulm, so hide your wives and children. The vampires of Ulm have started to spread their disease amongst this world. This unholiness should be dealt with before his immortals spoil this world in darkness and sin. I agree with that. Alright, good news about Man. We are moving in on Ulm, though we will need to be careful since he moves his entire army in one stack. Perhaps his generals have been getting lonely. We need to deal with Ulm before he gets too many vampires. We have killed dozens of thralls, which means there are probably about 10 vampires. Manageable at this point. Are you going to focus Man or also move into Ulm's land? We thank the Vikings for their frequent updates. The Council of the Sun God. Well, yeah, we got to go for it with Ulm. I think he is the bigger threat, kinda. I mean, he isn't going to be since we are going to end on turn 40, but anyway. Pickles the drummer has cast Seeking Arrow, found a suitable target. Okay. And Seeking Arrow, found a suitable target. Seeking Arrow, dang it. Looks like we didn't kill whoever was in that province. Oh, our prophet's remains have gone, eh? Oh, okay. I was expecting 7 turns. Alright, anyway, Slight Wheelocks, let's see what we find. You may have some vampires around here somewhere. Not in this province, anyway. So this is the northern-ish province. Okay, that was easy enough. Skatekian Steppes. I think we expected this one, really. Okay. Not sure we need to watch it, but let's go ahead. Okay. Balcony Hollow. Okay. This is also not going to be very eventful. We did cast air, or what is it? The accuracy spell, which is a bit of an overkill for this particular fight. Probably hit our own person there. Okay. Xongrad. This one might be a little more hairy. No, it's just his PD. So, our ethereal and stuff is not getting to our troops in time, I think. Let's see, did we hit our vans with it, at least? Yeah, they're ethereal, at least. Okay. Alright, Fickle Scourge. Okay. Okay. Pale Depths. Let's see if we can at least take this province. Ugh, I don't know. I don't think so, man. I think they got us. Yeah. Well, that's too bad. Alright, let's see what happened at Loggers Camp. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. He's just deathballing his army. Well. And Rhine Shallows again, Sabouts. Come on, man. I don't think we're gonna get much done here. Yeah. Alright, I can't do much if Sabouts is gonna attack me without diplomacy. You know, kind of disappointed in that. Alright. Rumors of Plague. Turmoil and Dominion. That's not good. Throne of... Oh, didn't even know that it started. Battle in the Plains. Okay. Well, this is probably a result of the Throne of War. I'm glad I went for him and not me. Okay. I can't do anything about this one. Alright. And... moderately damaged. Okay. Well, guys, that's what it looks like at the moment. We couldn't take this, but it's too bad. We are now getting income from here, though, so that's nice. We got income from here, and we got income from here, and hey, look at that. There's a bunch of people sieging Loggers Camp. Okay. Cool. And I think that's where his big Deathball army is. And we can probably move our armies over here. If we're destroying the walls over here, he doesn't have very much army over there, which means we could do some damage. I don't know. We'll have to see. This over here isn't good. Yeah, I don't know why Pythium is doing this to me. I don't need this crap right now. Go attack Ulm, you fool. Anyway, over here... Hey, what? Bearing of R. What's going on over here? Don't tell me we killed his army. Or did he move his army down? What's going on over here? That's curious. I was expecting him to move over here, not here. Or, well, I mean, he had an army here. I was expecting him to move here, here, and I thought he would move here. That's strange. How many dudes did he have in Skitekian Steppes? How many leaders? No, he's got significantly more. And we got away to Grog's Rock. Well, guys, I'll have to think long and hard what to do about the situation over here. I'll be back once I know what I'm doing this time. This is gonna be a tough one. Let me see if... I think it's probably best I explain what I'm doing, guys, by showing you diplomacy first. So, here's some messages I'm sending. To Satis. Lizard friends, if yous not helps Viking allies now, yous not has Viking allies much longers, because we be deads. Ulm is hurts greatly, but meanwhile man is pushings into Midgard. Pythium attacks us without rhymes or reasons. We can't diverts to attacks them. We needs Ulm to dies faster. So now as we ask yous, our allies, to does some things now. We needs you attacks ones of these nations. If yous has borders with Ulm, we needs your helps theirs. They is most dangerous nations, and over moors, they is heinous oathbreakers and evil. Even more schemings than and contemptibles than Avalon. Avalon is next big problems for us. We hopes yous can attacks them if yous can't attacks Ulm. Lastly, Pythium is taking lands we needs for incomes. We doesn't knows why they silently attacks us. You needs takes lands from these nations, or soon's they grow doubles your sizes, especially Avalon. Yes, Midgard is taking lands from Ulm, but Ulm's lands is bad. Midgard lands is good. And each land we takes from Ulm, Avalon takes one better land from us. If Midgard falls, then without Viking allies, how's will you survives against them? We means you knows threats or insults, but we tries to be blunts about situations. Situations is blunt. Hurts our heads when we bangs our heads against situations. Maybe you get similar message from Ulm. Indeed, Ulm is hurtings worse evens than us. And follow up. Parts 2. But evens if you gets asks for helps from Ulm, remembers that Ulm is no good allies. We was allies with Ulm and they betrayed us and now lies and lies about it. They bitters because their foolish betrayals of Vikings didn't leads to quick conquerings of Mikland like they'd hopes. They now pretends they did nothing's bad. This wise we hates them more than any nation, and their destruction is our first and only goal. Now remembers that Avalon is no good's allies eithers. Yous was the ones who even told us how they's works behind backs of Midgard whiles they pretends to be our friends. We didn't like Mikland, and Mikland is very strong and dangerous, not really Viking friends, but Mikland at least knows promise and honor. So we's prefers if we must fights, we fights with them against the no-goods. We counts you as one of the good ones. Don't let's Endworld's last days belong to no-good sneaky Ulmish vampires and their Avalon drudges. We not kills off Ulm, then their vampires will kills off everyone's else. They moves too quickly when they's turns on Midgard, but time is still Ulm's ally. Okay, so that's my strongest entreaty to Nucrium. Help! Help! It's so bad. It's going so bad. Oh, it's going so bad. Anyway, message to Ulm. Oops, no. Thinks yous we cares we not hears any mores from yous. Ha! It only makes not listenings to yous easier. So go them. Message to Utgard. Giantkin, the runes appears on the walls for Midgard. You should knows that if yous not helps us against the vampires of untrustworthy Ulm and their thralls, the man-babies of Avalon, we will soon's falls. We repeats our promises is to destroys the betrayers Ulm. We can fights honorably with yous afters that if there's any things of Midgard left. Pythium eats at us like vulture. You is welcomes to claim seas from thems, and we's not complains even those seas once belongs to Midgard. If Midgard's falls, Miklan alone can't stop the vampires of Ulm, and they's wills be coming back. As long as Avalon serves Ulm, Ulm lets Avalons live. We no doubts Avalons take money from Midgard conquest and sends it to helps Ulm as we raids Ulm, to does our best to stops them. Whew. We needs your helps. Don't let Endworld fall into the hands of unworthy liars and deceivers who knows no honors. That's Avalon and Ulm in cases you not knows whose we talks about. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, if Midgard doesn't do something, he might as well just attack us. Like, yeah. Alright, anyway. Message to Miklan. Blood brothers of Miklan, we thinks we has done harms to Ulm, but it is at expense of Midgard bigly. Next month's man may siege Midgard. We has not much to withstand, and wills falls if not does somethings. This is bad news. Good news is Ulm is still too timid to take back provinces. We sees no major armies yet, but vampires cans hides anywheres. We am sieging Songrad, and the walls are moderately damaged. We collects force there next month, but if balls not falls, we gots to thinks goings home. Reasons is that man's army is still splits up, but if man joins armies togethers, we can't stops them. We hopes man moves Prophet army to our throne castle, thens we cans destroys that, and hopefully makes it to Midgard to break sieges there. Nothing guaranteeds though. If we cans cracks Songrad, we may try to storm's castle instead, because this gives goods future hold against Ulm. We hopes makes Ulm army indecisive, but chances we thinks are not goods we breaks walls this month. Please tells us extents of Ulm territory. Our scouts not knows. We sends messages askings for help from Satis and Utgard. Pythium eats silently at our seas like sharp nibbles at drowning warrior. Part 2. Army of man is in fickle scourge, Skatekian steppes, and barony of Ar now. We is sure they sends money from our rich lands to Ulm to keep Ulm army from going bankrupt. We not sure what bank is. Rivers got somethings to do with gold, maybes. Ulm's angry message we thinks is signs that they is hurts badlies. If only's Midgard gets man boobs out of our countries and Pythium lizard lovers stops their insufferable raidings, who ams they think they is? Vikings? We could finally crushes this vampire menace and their Avalon drudges. Alright, so there you guys have it. That's what we're doing here. I am moving my entire army that I have and consolidating Songrad. Let's go ahead and take a look at our scripting and our army layout. We're going ahead and blessing. Farbout is going in to cast Wind Guide in case I need it. That's going to increase the precision of all my archers, which are, I think, going to be necessary for this particular battle. It's kind of weird that I got these guys in the back and these guys in the front. I think maybe I ought to switch that order. I kind of want these guys to get spells cast on them, but I don't know. Yeah, we probably ought to put these guys kind of towards the front, don't you think? I don't know, guys. I really don't know. These guys here, what good are they going to do me? They're not great. They're just gonna get killed. But I'm pretty sure Ulm is gonna still stick with the archery bit. So maybe we should put these guys in the back, and I'll set these guys for what it's worth to attack cavalry. In case Ulm somehow gets some of his cavalry into the back. These guys are set to fire archers. Boy. It was a rough decision, man. Rough. Yeah, boy, I don't know. I've got these guys set to attack rear. Hold and attack rear. As you can see, I'm setting up a communion. And where's my communion? Yeah, she's going to be my communion master. And she's going to do body ethereal after she gets communion master up. And that'll affect all of her and all of her communion slaves. Then we got to do some luck and solar rays, perhaps, against the enemy army. Hopefully this is going to hit, luck will hit my vans, and that'll be effective. I don't know, man. I don't know how best to handle this, but I do need to get my turn in. So anyway, there we go. And as you can see here, these are my guys that are moving in. I was thinking about taking even more Volvas, but I also need my research coming in. I was going to cast Astral Window, her what is it, astral projection onto this Songrad, but I bet he has an astral mage here anyway, so there's a chance that it'll cut my cord. And furthermore, I need the research, so I decided just to take her off of it. And as I already explained, I don't think I'm going to be able to crack this fortress. We'll give it a shot. But more importantly, I just want to collect my army. If Ulm goes in here with not enough to try to take it out, like if he moves in his vampires, I want to kill him. Or if he tries to break the siege, I want to kill him. He did already once pull off a surprise attack on me down here with an army I could not see. I'm pretty sure that army is still stuck inside Logger's camp. But yeah, anyway. And I do think Ulm is on the ropes, because that would explain to me his irritable message. Nothing against that. I'm sending my own irritable messages. So that's the way it is. I am surprised he hasn't done anything with this particular province, but okay. Anyway, and we did go ahead and put in 1 point of province defense, just so I'll know what he does move in here, if he moves anything in there. Down here, we're just moving in... I'm sorry, from here, we're just moving in William Murderface to grab an army there. And now over here, I have given Gandorf the Bloodstone and a bunch of gems, and I am moving him into Flat Plenty. And in case you're wondering what I'm starting to think about, I'm thinking about doing flaming arrows with my range army. Temper Flesh, because he's going to need to be able to resist any errant fire arrows from man that hit him. And then it's either Maws of the Earth or Curse of Stones. I'm not sure. Maws of the Earth, this is going to kill. 15 damage, armor piercing, range 35 with his current Earth skill. That's going to kill a lot of people if he can hit them. But the problem is I don't know if he's going to have the range for it. And I'm certainly not keen on putting him further forward than where he is right now. I wish... Oh man, this game really needs some extra love on the UI. Like, if only they would say, like, you know, what's this distance? I have no idea. What is the distance here? Like, is this 400? Or, you know, or is it 100? Like, yeah, what do these lines represent? I mean, if you draw these lines like this and there's no number, they're basically meaningless, is my feeling. Sorry to complain. It's just my saltiness coming through. Like, the war's not going good, so now I'm blaming the game's UI. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and consolidate our army as best we can. We are still recruiting. I'm grabbing just Einheers up the bum over here. Over here, we're grabbing Einheers and some crossbowmen. And down here, we're grabbing Einheers and skin shifters to make up for the lack of resources. Up here, we're grabbing vans and just getting some chaff units and go ahead and get another Van Jarl. I am setting up my next prophet, Van Hellsinger, the Van Jarl. I considered Death to Ulm, but I decided to do something a little bit more subtle. Let's see. Over here, we're not recruiting anything. Over here, we're not recruiting anything except, I mean, I'm getting Volvas. Down here, I'm actually recruiting some Galdermen, because I think I'm gonna need the battle mages to fight against man and set up some protection from lightnings and whatnot. You guys, that's the plan, is we're gonna consolidate here, probably not crack the castle, probably have to go and try to do something against man's army here. Hopefully we can beat this army. I'm hoping that with my pretender in the fight, I will have enough magic superiority to kill this army, but it's gonna be rough. It's going to be a hard fight, and it may leave me too bloodied and bruised to do the next thing that we got to think about, which is going after Swedjord. This is my last hope. If I can't get these guys to help me, I mean, ironically, if I don't get help in this war, it only incentivizes me more to go after Swedjord, which is everything I have, because I have nothing left to lose at that point. I mean, if Midgard falls, then it's like I got to just take everything I got and make one last ditch effort for Swedjord. Now, you may be like, well, but what's going to happen if you get sieged here and you got your prophet? Well, my prophet's stealthy. He should be able to get out of there just fine. So that's the plan. Research-wise, we've got 246, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough to get me to Alteration 6 next turn. I really want to try to get this next level up, just to see what else I can do. We got Iron Bane. Wave Warriors could be useful. Let's see, do I have enough gems on my Pretender for that right now? Does he have water gems on him? No! Okay. Take some water gems, buddy. Okay. So yeah, there's some stuff there that I just want to have the option for it and get that alteration done. So I think that's basically what we got, guys. Down here, I'm recruiting more fishmen because they have the best strength for the buck, and I'm going to need them to withstand a siege if Sabouts decides to come siege me over here. I don't think this is going to be able to break that siege, but who knows. I am moving one of my other scouts back down here. So let's see. Yeah, we're getting out of here to go to Grey Peak because I also need to get more guys over here ready for Swedjord and pick up some troops and so forth. If I have to just basically abandon ship and go for my throne ascension as a last-ditch effort. I'd still like to kill Ulm first on principle, but if I'm going to lose the game, I'm going to do what I can to throne rush with what little I have left. And besides which, we'd have to do it quickly anyway before Sabouts gets a chance to put a fortress up over here. I think that's basically it, guys. You saw my messages, you've seen the situation. I'm saving a little bit of money because I'm going to need it next turn, I'm sure of it. I could spend down to 0, but I'm probably gonna need it next turn to fully recruit. So I'm keeping it. All right, guys, I'm going to cancel this message I'm sending to Ulm, just because at this point you guys have been telling me about how salty not just myself but some of the other guys have been, and I think we've hit Ulm pretty hard. So I don't need, like, as much as I want to trash talk the other guys, and as much as I think Battle Moose like 90% would take it in good spirit, I'm not gonna send him a hostile message if in case he's feeling down, and on that 10% chance that it might bum him out a little bit. At this stage in the game, I do want us to progress, and so, like, you guys were telling me how upset Daz was about the Weedy stretch, and I know he's not upset anymore, but it's just not worth it to me to trash talk if there's even, like I said, a 10% chance that it might make the game less pleasant for my other players. So that's the only reason I'm canceling that message, is as much as, like I said, I'd like to trash talk a little bit. I'm just going to give him a break while he's kind of, in case maybe he's feeling a little down. So anyway, but I only this time, only this brief reprieve of Viking spittle. All right, talk to you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.